Oh, what's up? This is Brian coming at you live, over caffeinated and undershowered. I'm about to go do grocery shopping. Okay, I want to say thank you guys so much for all the uh, back and forth. We're creating a dialogue. This is sick. This is what I want. This is what I'm trying to do here. So thank you guys so much for being active and leaving comments and stuff like that. It's amazing. Okay, so one of the comments I received was from my friend Andrew Parmalee, and he asked how to kind of stay away from bad habits in the music industry, and that's a tough thing to do. So without going too deep into my own personal story, I'll just kind of throw out some key points and little things you can do for all you musicians out there, or artists or artistic types. Okay, so first off, you're an artistic type. Unfortunately, you're a little screwy. You're not adhering to the norm. You're pursuing this full time as a career, I'm assuming. Oh my God, I got really bad dandruff. That's not dandruff, that's toast. Okay, anyway, so I made a few notes here because I am like just too much coffee. Too much coffee. Okay, so choose an inspiration. My inspiration when I quit drinking to stay the course was Henry Rollins. I love Henry Rollins, as a role model, vocalist, lyricist, everything. It made me take a look at myself in a different light and kind of reassess everything. Henry Rollins doesn't drink. He is one of the most badass frontmen of all time. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. Sorry. Okay. Henry Rollins, shirtless as well. Fucking awesome dude. I'm pasty and white, and my nipples are little and pink. Okay. So, so what you can do, when I quit drinking, I always have people coming up to me saying, hey, I want to buy you a drink. Hey, let's do a shot, something like that. Even when I'm on stage, sometimes people will bring shots, and, I always give mine to the other guys, or, whatever. So what you can do, and what I tend to do when somebody offers me a drink or offers to buy me a drink, is first off, I'm hugely appreciative. The fact that they have spent their hard-earned cash, A, on the show, B, to buy me a drink. Here in Canada, drinks are pretty expensive at the bar. Minimum like $5-6 per beer or whatever. So, it's kind of a bit of pressure you put on yourself when you go like, I should probably take it because he spent the money, blah, blah, blah. But no, don't. You just say, thank you so much. I really appreciate the gesture. It's fucking cool, but I don't drink. And if you really want to, go that extra step, say, I'm a recovering alcoholic or whatever, or just be like, oh, my mom doesn't like when I drink. I can't drink. You can say whatever you want. So those kinds of things help. I think the first thing, though, to do is to remember that you are on your own side. So you have to live with yourself. Make only decisions that will make you happy in the end. And also, not only are you doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everybody else. As I mentioned before, they have paid to be at your concert. So if you're wasted, that's not really much of a concert. That's just paying to see some drunk asshole when, you can just go see that at the bar anywhere. The having a shot or a beer, to loosen up, that is not an idea that I prescribe to personally. Because for me, one beer is too many and a million is never enough. I like to go on stage straight and sober. And Corey's ripping some keys downstairs, isn't it? I think giving the people a show is really the idea. You want to go out, you want to be 1,000%. Like an athlete, you want to go out and you want to fucking deliver 1,000,000%. You want to be the best you can be for everybody, for not only yourself, but for everybody else and their sake, and they want to enjoy the show, etc., etc. Tips and tricks, like Van Halen, they used to do the I'm not saying to do this, but I did it a couple times when I was drinking. Instead of having like a beer on stage, I would just fill a Crown Royal bottle with tea, with like black tea, and it kind of looked like Crown Royal, and people were like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome." I did that. It was pretty funny. But I would put like a throat lozenge in it or whatever too, and like a Ricola. That can kind of help you as a vocalist if you want to do that. Take that approach. But yeah, so don't try, don't don't think that you have to be wasted and that you have to drink in order to be better or somehow greater. All the greats and stuff. Like look at Zach Wild, look at James Hetfield, look at all those guys. They all quit drinking. They all had to. It was fucking up their personal lives, their professional lives. So you want to keep your band intact. It's a good idea to keep yourself intact. Okay, so those are kind of some ways to avoid. One other thing I do want to touch on though is think about life like a hill on a slight incline. Life is not a race; it's a marathon. It's a journey you have to enjoy. And of course, any hill, any road you go on is going to have its little dips, its little divots, its little rises, its little falls. But you have to remember that through it all, the journey, you're going to get through it. You're going to be better for it. You're going to be stronger for it. So just keep on keeping on. That's it. Also, what's behind you is behind you for a reason. You can go back, you can live in that, but there's not much to learn from it and not really, much to grow from. I mean, you take your past experiences and you bring them with you, right? But it's behind you, So if you live and you dwell in the past, you're not really going to be open to what is ahead. So I suggest stay ahead, stay focused, and yeah. Enjoy and be thankful for your past and all your past experiences. They make you who you are today. They made me who I am. I had to go through all that shit in order to realize that it wasn't for me. I have my square or my circle, whatever you want to call it, whatever shape you choose. And that just doesn't fit inside of my square. So, again, just to go over a few key points, you are what matters most to you. And as a musician, as a creative type, we all are a little bit screwy. But you know what? That's what makes us who we are. We're the creative types. Also, after the show. Sorry, I didn't touch on the after the show part. After the show, for example, like when I was on tour with Skullfist in 2016, Europe is inevitably lots of drinking, lots of partying. But for myself, I enjoy going to bed early because I like to get up the next day and explore the city. When you're on tour, I think a big thing is that you are in a city and you should take full advantage of that. You should definitely get up, check it out. Go check out like coffee. I love coffee. I go to the local coffee spot and I enjoy a nice cup of coffee. And, I've seen some guys, they party all night and shit, and then they go to perform the next night. And it's fucking horrible. And I feel really bad that people have paid money to see singers not be able to sing or guitar players not able to perform because, I've seen a drummer who's addicted to cocaine do like a bunch of lines before the show. First 3 songs are a million miles an hour, and then it's like a part that's supposed to be like will be like it's just. It is bullshit, it's not good. So, yeah. So just be on top of your game. Remember that you are your own worst critic as well. So if you fall back and you do have a beer or whatever, don't beat yourself up because you're working towards something. It's the journey. So work towards it. Yeah, and I guess that's all for that. So thank you again, Andrew, for the suggestion. And again, please comment, link, whatever you want to hear, whatever you want to talk about. This is unedited. It's as real an experience as I feel we can have. And again, I'd like to invite some friends at some point to come talk and share their experiences. And yeah, so enjoy your Sunday. Have an awesome day. And yeah, all the best. I love you all. And thank you again. Bye.